It's 110 degrees outside. This roof should be scorching. But you could rest your hand on it. The reason costs about $2. It's a ground mineral slurry, older than air conditioning itself, and almost no one uses it. The real question is why. Why do roofs get so dangerously hot in the first place? The answer starts with sunlight. Most roofs in the US are covered in dark shingles or tiles. These surfaces absorb a huge portion of the sun's energy, turning your rooftop into a solar collector. As temperatures climb, the roof itself can reach 150 degrees Fahrenheit or more, hot enough to bake the attic air sitting just below. But what happens to all that heat? It doesn't stay on the roof. Heat radiates down into the attic, then seeps through insulation and ceiling joists, raising the temperature of your entire home. Bigger, modern houses, especially those built tight to save energy, actually make the problem worse. Sealed windows and thick insulation trap heat inside, so the only way out is to crank up the air conditioning. Each degree of roof temperature can add hours to your AC runtime, pushing up both energy bills and grid demand. But what if there's a way to stop so much heat from ever getting in? Even a modest reduction at the roof surface can mean a cooler attic, less strain on your cooling system, and a real difference on the hottest days. The question is, can a simple, cheap coating really help? Sometimes the solutions we overlook are the ones sitting right above our heads. Next, we'll see what actually happens when you use a mineral slurry on a sun-baked roof. Don't forget to subscribe for more quietly disruptive ideas. What exactly is this mineral slurry that claims to keep roofs cooler in brutal heat? At the heart of it is soapstone, a soft, pale gray rock, rich in talc, that's been carved and used for centuries. When ground into a fine powder and mixed with water, soapstone transforms into a thick, paint-like coating, a slurry. Spread across a rooftop, it becomes a physical layer, simple, tactile, and almost unremarkable at first glance. There's no hidden gadgetry or secret chemical reaction. The appeal is its directness. Soapstone slurry isn't a miracle product. It's a practical tool, relying on the old logic that sometimes the simplest materials can help solve the hardest problems. For a few dollars, you can cover a roof with a mineral film that stands up to sunlight far better than most dark shingles. But how can something so thin and basic actually make a measurable difference against the relentless sun? That's the next question. Subscribe for more quietly powerful ideas. How does a thin layer of mineral slurry actually keep a roof cooler under brutal sun? The answer starts with sunlight itself. When sunlight hits a roof, some of it is reflected away, and some is absorbed as heat. The fraction that gets bounced back is called solar reflectance, or albedo. A light-colored mineral surface, like soapstone slurry, can reflect much more sunlight than a dark roof, sending a good portion of that energy back into the sky before it ever becomes heat. That's the main way this coating helps. The brighter the surface, the less energy your roof absorbs. But what about the heat that does get through? Here's where thermal mass and thermal lag come in. Thermal mass is a material's ability to soak up heat and hold it, while thermal lag is the delay before that heat moves deeper. A thin mineral coating, just a millimeter or two thick, can absorb some heat at the surface and slow its journey down into the attic. The effect is real. Unlike thick stone walls, this layer only delays heat by a few minutes. Most of the cooling power comes from reflection, not from the mass itself. So can a simple slurry stop your roof from baking your home? It can help. By reflecting more sunlight and slowing the first wave of heat, A mineral coating offers a modest but meaningful reduction in heat gain. There's no magic, just physics that you can see and feel on a hot day. The next question is, if the science is this straightforward, why did such a simple fix fade from mainstream building habits? Don't forget to subscribe for more quietly disruptive ideas. Why would people in sweltering climates, long before air conditioning, go to the trouble of painting their walls and roofs white? The answer isn't just about looks or tradition, it's about survival in the heat. Across the Mediterranean, builders coated stone and plaster with lime wash, a chalky mineral layer that bounced sunlight away and let thick walls breathe. These bright finishes weren't decoration, they were a practical defense against the relentless sun. In the villages of southern Spain and the Greek islands, whitewashed walls kept interiors cooler by reflecting a large share of solar energy, sometimes enough to lower indoor temperatures by several degrees on the hottest days. Travel east, and you'll find similar wisdom at work. In northern India, a mixture called chuna, hydrated lime, sometimes mixed with soapstone, was brushed onto mud brick walls and thatched roofs. The science was simple. Lighter surfaces absorbed less heat, helping homes stay livable through scorching summers. Even in the American Southwest, Pueblo and adobe builders used white clay washes over earthen walls for the same reason. These mineral coatings worked alongside thick masonry or mud to slow the daily march of heat indoors, buying precious comfort without a single watt of electricity. If such simple tactics were so effective, why did they fade from common use? The answer lies in what happened when mechanical cooling and new building codes took over. Subscribe for more quietly powerful ideas. Why did the old mineral washes vanish from everyday building practice? After World War II, the answer to summer heat changed almost overnight. Air conditioning, once a luxury for movie theaters and department stores, became the symbol of modern living. Companies like Carrier ran glossy ads promising effortless comfort, linking cool air to progress and status. Builders and architects followed suit. Training materials and building codes began to emphasize sealed homes, thick insulation, and mechanical cooling as the new gold standard. The idea was simple: keep the outside out, let the machine do the rest. In this world, passive methods, like whitewashed roofs or mineral slurries, started to look outdated, even old-fashioned. They didn't fit the new image of convenience and control. But was this just about better technology, or did the market itself shape what solutions you even heard about? And if the industry's focus shifted, can a homeowner still choose the old approach today? Sometimes, what gets lost isn't just a material, it's a way of thinking. Subscribe for more quietly disruptive ideas. What would it actually look like if you tried this on your own roof? The first step is surface prep, cleaning away dust, loose grit, and any old coatings so the slurry can stick. Then comes mixing: ground soapstone, water, and a binder like acrylic latex. The raw mineral itself can be cheap, sometimes less than $1 a pound, but the total cost climbs with the binder, tools, and, if you are not doing it yourself, labor. Applying the slurry is not effortless. It needs to go on in dry weather with careful attention to coverage and thickness. If you get it right, the payoff is real but measured. Up to 10 or 20 degrees Fahrenheit cooler at the roof surface and a few degrees less heat pressing down into your attic. That means your AC runs a little less and your home feels less stifling when the sun is brutal. But this is not a no AC fantasy. The coating can help, not replace, mechanical cooling, especially in humid or poorly insulated homes. Weathering is the trade-off, rain and sun will wear down the layer, sometimes within a season, so reapplication is part of the deal. For the DIY or off-grid homeowner, it is a practical project with honest limits. Why do simple, effective ideas like this get overlooked? Sometimes what is forgotten is not the science, it is the habit of trying. Subscribe for more quietly disruptive ideas. A simple mineral wash can still take the edge off brutal heat. No miracle, but a real, measurable difference. As cities grow hotter, even small shifts matter. Sometimes the answers we overlook are the ones that help most. Subscribe for more stories that challenge what you think you know.